Why does nobody talk about one of the most interesting failures in the history of the car industry? A brand created by one of the most successful car companies in the world. A brand that was designed to change the future of driving. A brand that had a fresh idea, a young audience, and a powerful company supporting it. But today, many people have forgotten it completely. That brand was Scion. At one point, Scion was seen as the next big thing. It was different from traditional car brands. It was exciting. It was modern. It was created for a new generation of drivers who wanted something more than just a vehicle. They wanted a car with personality. They wanted something that represented who they were. And for a while, Scion gave them exactly that. But then, something changed. The same brand that once looked like the future slowly began to disappear. So what happened? How did a company with the power of Toyota behind it fail? Why did a brand that connected with thousands of young drivers lose its way? And why does nobody talk about Scion's failure today? In this video, we are going to explore the complete story of Scion, how it started, why people loved it, what mistakes it made, and the real reasons why Toyota decided to end the brand. Before we begin, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more interesting stories about the biggest successes, failures, and forgotten moments in the automotive world. Now, let's start the story. At the beginning of the 2000s, the car industry was entering a new era. The younger generation was becoming an important group of customers. Millions of young people were buying their first cars. But many of them did not feel connected to traditional car brands. Toyota was facing a unique problem. The company was famous all over the world for reliability. Cars like the Corolla and Camry had built Toyota's reputation. People trusted Toyota because its vehicles lasted for many years. But there was one thing Toyota was missing. It was not seen as exciting. For many younger buyers, Toyota represented safety and practicality, but not personality or style. Toyota realized something important. If it wanted to attract younger customers, it needed a new approach. It needed a brand that felt completely different. And that idea became Scion. In 2003, Toyota launched Scion in the United States. The goal was simple: create a brand made specifically for younger drivers. Scion was not supposed to feel like an older Toyota. It was supposed to feel fresh. Toyota gave Scion a different style of marketing. Instead of focusing only on traditional advertisements, Scion tried to connect with youth culture. The message was powerful. A car was not just a machine. It was a way to express yourself. And this idea worked. When Scion arrived, many young buyers were interested. The brand felt different from everything else on the market. It did not try to copy luxury brands. It did not try to look expensive. It focused on being unique. One of Scion's biggest early successes was the Scion XB. The design was unusual. It was small, tall, and box-shaped. At first, many people thought it looked strange. Some people even wondered why anyone would buy such a different-looking car. But that strange design became its biggest advantage. The XB stood out. While many cars looked almost identical, the XB looked completely different. Young drivers loved that. It was affordable. It was practical. It had plenty of room. The XB became more than transportation. For a few years, Scion looked unstoppable. Toyota had successfully created a brand that younger buyers actually cared about. But then, problems started appearing. And the biggest problem was something nobody could easily fix. Scion was built around youth. But youth does not last forever. The same people who bought Scion cars in their 20s eventually moved into different stages of life. Many early Scion customers moved to other brands. The challenge was replacing those customers with new buyers, and that became harder over time. Another major issue was that Scion started losing its original identity. At the beginning, Scion felt special. People understood what it represented. But after a few years, that message became unclear. Many customers started asking, what makes Scion different from Toyota? Is it really a separate brand, or is it just a Toyota vehicle with a different badge? But Scion slowly became stuck between different categories. It was not the cheapest option. It was not the most luxurious. It was not always the most exciting. The competition became stronger. Other companies started creating cars aimed at younger buyers. Technology was improving quickly. Customers wanted better features, better designs, and more advanced vehicles. Scion struggled to keep up. Then, another challenge appeared. A car represented freedom. It represented independence. But many younger people started viewing transportation differently. Some preferred using ride-sharing services. Some lived in cities where owning a car was less necessary. Toyota tried different strategies to save the brand. The company introduced new models and attempted to bring back excitement. One important example was the Scion FRS. Unlike some of the practical models, the FRS focused on driving enjoyment. Car enthusiasts loved it. It had a sporty design and reminded people that Scion could still create exciting vehicles. The FRS became one of Scion's most respected cars. Scion was losing its connection with customers. Sales continued to decline. The brand was no longer growing like Toyota had hoped. Eventually, Toyota had to make a difficult choice. In 2016, Toyota announced that Scion would be discontinued. After 13 years, the experiment officially ended. Many people called Scion a failure. Yes, Scion did not become the major brand Toyota imagined. But Scion also achieved something important. It changed Toyota. It taught the company valuable lessons about younger customers. It showed that people wanted vehicles with emotion and personality. The ideas behind Scion continued even after the brand disappeared. Some Scion models became part of the Toyota lineup. The Scion FRS continued as the Toyota 86. The spirit of the car lived on, and many car fans still remember Scion because it was willing to take risks. Maybe that is why the story of Scion is worth remembering. Because failure does not always mean something was useless. Sometimes, failure teaches the most valuable lessons. Scion showed the world that creating a successful brand requires more than a good idea. A company can have great products. It can have strong support. It can have a powerful beginning. But if it loses connection with its customers, even a famous name can disappear. Scion started with a bold dream. It wanted to create cars for a new generation. It wanted to make driving more personal. It wanted people to feel proud of what they drove. For a while, it succeeded. But eventually, the market changed. The customers changed. And Scion could not change fast enough. That is the real story behind Scion's failure. It was not a sudden disaster. There was no single moment that destroyed the brand. Instead, it slowly lost the attention of the people it was created for. And maybe that is the biggest lesson. In business, being different can help you succeed. But staying relevant is what keeps you alive. So what do you think about Scion? Was it a failed experiment that deserved to disappear? Or was it a great idea that simply came at the wrong time? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories from the world of cars. Thanks for watching.